Welcome back. Well, restriction on rare earth magnets could bring production to a halt, says TVS Motor's MD Sudarshan Venu. He also adds that there could be cost increases for the customer. In fact, our colleague Parikshit Luthra caught up with Sudarshan Venu and began by asking about their EV roadmap and how they plan to navigate the rare earth magnet crisis. Listen in.
We are committed to building all segments in EV that we believe make sense. And so we have the TVS iQube, which of course has done well. We have now started retail of the TVS X, which is sort of a flagship scooter, which shows the capabilities of what we can do in terms of technology and materials and really creating a fantastic riding experience. And you're resonating with the young customers in terms of connectivity, in terms of use of advanced materials, in terms of design. We're also launching another electric scooter this year. And we've done the One Make Electric Racing Championship and also the electric three-wheelers and electric bicycles as well.
Okay, so if we were to ask you how many electric products altogether in FY26?
I think in FY26 we'll look at a couple of new launches. One is, of course, X has already started retail. There is an improved iQube and one more new scooter.
One more new scooter coming up. How does the market look to you currently, and are you looking at increasing capacity? What is the monthly run rate that you're looking at?
I think we are increasing capacity and the volumes have grown. At the same time now there is this whole supply chain challenge in terms of China banning the export of rare earth, high rare earth HRE magnets, which are actually very important for our motors and other parts of the EVs. So this EV supply chain disruption is certainly going to pose a short to medium term challenge. And I think as India plans its EV strategy and EV plan, the adoption will have to be phased in or phased up, along with developing an Atmanirbhar supply chain in India, where India, as the world's leading two-wheeler market, which has produced 3 of the top 5 companies by volume globally, has its own supply chain, its own R&D, its own capability, and EV is really built on that basis.
Right. How badly is the restriction by China on supply of rare earth magnets impacting TVS Motor Company right now in terms of production?
I think in the short term it will impact the entire industry a fair bit. As we go forward, we have to develop new solutions, develop new components, new suppliers, and really work our way through this.
So is it already, for the industry, is it already showing on the monthly numbers?
I think it will start showing soon.
It'll start showing soon?
Maybe in June, if not definitely in July.
You know, some bodies have really sounded the alarm bells, saying that this could literally bring EV production to a grinding halt. Would you go to the extent of saying that?
It is concerning, yes, Parikshit, it is concerning.
It could bring it to a halt?
Yes.
How bad is it for the industry?
I mean, a halt is pretty bad, right?
A halt is very bad.
And it doesn't get that much worse with it.
Yeah, yeah. So we could look at a complete...
Yes, it is a significant challenge.
And how are you managing it at...
Of course, like every company, we are trying to see how to de-risk. But again, there is a huge price impact, which ultimately has to be borne by somebody. And then there'll be cost increases or other price increases to the customer. So all this has to be factored in, which is why I think it will be a medium-term, short to medium-term challenge that the industry needs to work its way out of. On one hand, we are launching products, we are committed, we have invested a lot of capex. You have seen that we have done a lot of exciting launches and our volumes have also grown. This is definitely a challenge that there's an industry and we have to work through, and over a period of time develop an ecosystem of components and R&D in India so that we bring volumes up in a way that is sustainable and in a way that's Atmanirbhar and made in India with Indian R&D, with Indian products and Indian technology and supply chain and natural resources all linked up.
Yeah. So you're expecting from June onwards it'll start showing in production figures, and there'll be very significant production cuts?
Yes, there'll be cuts.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can catch this full exclusive conversation today at 5 p.m. only on CNBC-TV18. Time for a short break, but on the other side, Manisha Gupta joins in with Kunal Shah from Nirmal Bank.